Throughout the book of Dvarim, Moshe expands upon and elucidates the Torah, preparing the people for life in the land of Israel and life without his leadership. In this week's Parsha Nitzavim, essentially Moshe's final day, he begins to deliver his closing words of encouragement and warning to the children of Israel. After his opening remarks, Moshe turns immediately to the topic of the covenant that God is about to establish with the people. He emphasizes that this covenant is not only with those standing before him that day, but also with those who are not here with us today. This phrase raises an intriguing question. Who are these absent individuals Moshe is referring to? The Italian commentator Shadal suggests that Moshe is simply referring to those Israelites who, for whatever reason, were unable to be physically present at that moment. However, many of his contemporaries challenge that view. They argue that when Moshe addressed the nation, anyone in the camp would have been included, even if not standing directly before him. There were no members of Israel who were truly absent. Furthermore, they contend that the verse clearly points to a broader scope, namely future generations and even future converts to Judaism. In other words, Moshe is addressing not just the present, but the entirety of the Jewish future. This leads us to a deeper question. How can a covenant be made with those who are not yet born or not yet a part of Israel? Isn't there a principle in halacha that one cannot obligate someone who has not yet come into this world? The Midrash offers an interesting answer. While the people themselves may not have been physically present, all future souls were. And since their souls were present, they were able to obligate themselves as well. But even without turning to the metaphysical, there remains a compelling obligation for future generations. An agreement or treaty is made between parties, but is often one of convenience, broken when one side decides it no longer serves their interest. A covenant, however, is different. It is not expected to end with one generation. Its very nature assumes continuity, that the next and all subsequent generations will uphold their side of the bargain. A covenant is not meant to be temporary, but enduring, lasting as long as representatives from both parties remain. As God declares in Yeshayahu, I am first and I am last. He will always be present, and as the nation of the covenant, Israel will always exist. So whoever joins the nation takes upon themselves its obligations. Since both sides endure, the covenant remains in effect, binding us across time. On that final day, Moshe acknowledges that we will stray, but because we are bound to God through a covenant, we will return. In making a covenant with us, God not only obligates us, but elevates us. It places us as a nation above time. Shabbat Shalom.